Well, welcome to the first real big test for Manchester United this season. It's Arsenal, and you really can't take table form into account, even though Arsenal are even way outside the top four at the moment. Still very early days, though, nothing for the Arsenal fans to worry about. They're down to 13th actually after today's results, but they can shoot right back up into the title picture with a win here today. And there was nothing more than Arsene Wenger would want to beat one of his fiercest rivals, even though Sir Alex Ferguson isn't the manager anymore. Well, Manchester United have overtaken Sunderland as one of the best defensive teams in the league. Now they're the best defensive team in the league, which is such a far cry from a season or two ago where Manchester United were among the worst defensive team in the league. Arsene Wenger starts today with Petr Cech in goal, with Debuchy, Per Mertesacker, Laurent Koscielny and Nacho Monreal. Ramsey, Valtteri, Walcott, Sanchez, Ozil the midfield, Giroud up front, and of course by himself. Valtteri, the new signing for Arsenal in the summer window, of course. De Gea is in goal for Manchester United with Darby and Smalling, Phil Jones, and a start for Danny Rose. Bastian Schweinsteiger is with Ander Herrera, a rare start for Marouane Fellaini. Anthony Martial, Ashley Young and Wayne Rooney, the front three, which could cause the likes of Per Mertesacker maybe a couple of troubles with the pace that Martial and Young in particular possess. Well, the first big knockout match of the season, especially in Manchester United's book, so near the top of the league. I think today's results have actually changed that slightly. I wasn't really focused on where United were, and I should have been, to be honest. But anyway, here we go. And Valtteri gets his first big test as an Arsenal player. But is he really what Arsenal needed? He started in the midfield. But Arsenal are pretty much out strikers, but they don't have Giroud and Welbeck. But both of those players are, well, Welbeck's currently out at the moment apparently. But here's Ramsey and here's Valtteri. Alexis Sanchez, pretty much the one-man wrecking crew for Arsenal at the moment. Bastian Schweinsteiger has been many of these big match magnitudes in Germany. This is his first real big test in England. He's a Manchester United player, no less, coming up against fellow German compatriot teammate Per Mertesacker in the defence for Arsenal today. And here he is. Here's Ramsey. Rooney. Interesting selection in terms of the bench. Aaron Hemwood makes it, and this is his girlfriend's team, so it's a wonder how he'll play if he comes on a little bit later in the match. If he want to play at all, maybe not. He'll do his job, but he has to wonder what his feelings are since 2007. So it's an interesting number, interesting year for him, obviously. Sanchez with the cross, and it's wayward to David De Gea. With David De Gea's net, maybe. The one-man wrecking crew for Arsenal, and probably the key man to watch today. Who could pose his own problems for the United defence. Fellaini, a rare start, and a resurgent form last season. A bit out of favour. Sanchez, great tackle from Chris Smalling. Valtteri, by Fellaini, rather well in fact. And Ramsey causes a throw-in. It might be a battle of the Aarons this afternoon as well. And with an Aaron Ramsey having a few battles for namesake anyway. That's a great move, but Debuchy overcommitted. Young with the cross and put away by Koscielny. Giroud picked up by Chris Smalling of all people. Herrera. Here's Ramsey. Saka. Shoney. We all know that Arsenal like to pass the ball around. Verratti. Into the LVG. That's going to cause some problems. It's pretty useful that Ashley Young's back there though. If you look at the play advantage. Great tackle from Mertesacker. And Real. And Verratti. Ramsey. Walcott, and here is that trademark Arsenal passing. Walcott. Ozil. Great pass, and good save by David De Gea. Good pass from Ozil. And obviously another German teammate of Bastian Schweinsteiger. Even probably a former teammate a while back, a long time ago. In German clubs, I believe. Ozil was at Real Madrid, I believe, actually. Sanchez, great back heel, Giroud! And Alexis Sanchez doing all his own work there. Beautiful back heel to Giroud. Unfortunately, I'm not going to see it. I'm only going to see Giroud's shot going wide at David De Gea's post. David De Gea rooted to the ground. Arsenal need a win bad, as their table position might show you, but no, cleared out by Ashley Young. This will be an Arsenal throw. They're starting the brighter in this first half. Boucher with the throw. Saka goes back to him. Giroud. Comes into Chris Smalling, and he gets it back off Chris Smalling. Martial looking to do some defensive work. Sanchez gets the ball off him. And De Gea moves up the cross. When you come up against a workhorse like Alexis Sanchez, you've got to make sure that ball doesn't get to him. And that could create an interesting battle of Aaron Henwood versus Alexis Sanchez, probably two of the hardest workers in the Barclays Premier League. So that will be an interesting battle this afternoon if Henwood gets off the bench. He does tend to play against Arsenal. We're not fully committed though. I wonder how he reacts to the matches today. Ozil by Danny Rose from the Tottenham man. Boucher, great interception. Unfortunately, Arsenal lose it to Fellaini, but get it back by Boucher. And then lose it again. Manchester United throwing. Manchester United going up against Wolfsburg in the Champions League next. And it's back to face Everton, I think. And Rose is forced out to clear it. Ramsey with the throw. Walcott. Saka. It's a great ball to Boucher, unfortunate though. And up against French teammate Anthony Martial today. And Sanchez. Bring holding over the ball against Fellaini. Monreal. Great defensive work there by Smalling. Arsenal corner. Ozil will take it. Now to Mertesacker. And David De Gea has gathered it. I was pretty sure it was bumbling over the line from someone. From Ashley Young. A lot of space here. Tries to play in Rooney. Real. Herrera is causing him a few problems. Manchester United throwing. Today this is for Anthony Martial as well. Young boy on the big stage now. Rose. Young. Fellaini. All the way to Herrera, and the ball got past him. That's unfortunate really, because Herrera was going on to that. And Given there by Aaron Ramsey. Kishani. Away to Monreal. Valtteri, not the best to control, but ended up passing it to Sanchez anyway. Valtteri. Pull off Martial back there. Sanchez to Giroud. To Sanchez. Giroud's making his way into the box, as is Walcott. Walcott now kind of looking like a striker more than these days. Ashley Young. Imploring Rooney to make a run in front of him. He's done so, well, not very far. Herrera. And this time Fellaini. And a check. Signed from Chelsea in the summer window. Probably the most surprising signing from Arsenal. Obviously, Patrick Chesney is now on loan at Roma, I think it is. Very strange decision, but obviously Chesney had fallen out of favour with Arsene Wenger in the last season. David Ospina really made a good name for himself. Now, we'll check. Obviously get the top billing. Crunching tackle. I think given by the referee. Arsenal keep the ball. And Terry. Looking not to go in the book there. Good save by David from I think it was Ozil. And this first half has flown by. Already like 5 minutes from half time. Arsenal having all the chances in the first half. Ozil with the corner, but gathered by David De Gea. And he's giving it straight to Ramsey, who's giving it straight to Rose. Great pass, Rooney. All Rooney can do. Sanchez. Second interesting battle. And Sanchez is obviously going to work his socks off. Likeable trait amongst the Arsenal fans. Matteo Darmian of all people. And it deflected into Czech's arms. So, luckily. Giroud, Ozil. Great pass. Valtteri has given it away. And Jones comes up with it. Darmian again going forward. Darmian's really pushing forward right now. Walcott's like further backwards. Boucher. Giroud with a cross in. It's going to be picked up by Sanchez, you know. Sanchez is going to whip it back into someone. Oh, and Chris Smalling has overstepped the mark, and it's a sit-up by Ozil. He really should have scored. He was wide open. Ozil should be scoring that. And he's got his head in his hands. He knows he should have scored. Mesut Ozil missing a sitter. Maybe David De Gea coming out, pressured him a little bit, but Ozil should be calmly slotting that in the back of the net. Will they live to rue that, Arsenal, in the second half? It's flown by here in the first half. All sort of action flying all over the place. Ozil and Arsenal having the better first half overall, really. Just really barely curating anything. And the closest Arsenal came was that chance from Ozil, but he should have scored. And one has to wonder if that'll change the game now. Arsenal 0, Manchester United 0, but it really should be 1-0.